Hi guys, hope you're all doing really well. It's been a couple of months now since the second show that I did at the start of October, and during that time I've been following a routine called Madcow, which is a full body workout. It's very simple, one of my favourites. I've done it a few times now to great success. So in this video rather, I'll take the opportunity to kind of run you through the training program, what it involves, how it works, and you'll see in the background some training clips from each of the 3 sessions that I did last week. So my body weight is now up to 88 kilos, and bearing in mind that my first show at the end of August I was 70 kilos. My second show I was about 72.5. So that's a substantial gain in weight, and I do feel a lot better for it. Most of that, if not all of that, was during the month of October. I can do another video about how a aggressive long-term diet affects your relationship with food and kind of what you go through and what to expect. If you want to see more on that, then let me know and I'll do another video on that. But in this video, I'm going to talk about Madcow and the full body program that I've been doing. So it's a full body routine. Frequency is 3 times a week. Now my frequency of the past few weeks hasn't been as good as it could be, just due to work commitments. I've been ill as well. I took a week off straight after the second show. So in an 8-week period, 9-week period, I've done 6 cycles. But I have been improving my strength with each week that I've trained, and it's now up to more of a moderate level as opposed to being absolutely terrible, which is where I started post-show, just from the weight loss and the lack of energy and whatnot. So it's a strength kind of bodybuilding hybrid routine. There is a strong strength component and a strong focus on a very few number of compound movements, especially squat. It's a very squat-centric routine. But there is flexibility to add in kind of bodybuilding specific isolations on your accessory movements. So yeah, I would call it a hybrid routine. And it's 3 days a week. In full body training, you can train with as much frequency as you like. It doesn't have to be 3 days a week. There are other routines that I've done where I've done up to as much as 5 days a week with full body, and I've done videos on that before, which I did enjoy. But this particular routine is designed to be 3 days a week. The traditional Madcow asks for squat 3 times a week, which I don't actually do. My version of Madcow is only squatting on the Monday and Friday, and Wednesday you add in an additional isolation movement or a compound movement, something for your kind of bodybuilding. So you've got your bench press, bent row and squat on the Monday and the Friday. You've also got a light squat session on the Wednesday, which I don't do, as I mentioned. And on the Wednesday, you also do your deadlift and overhead press. You're only doing those lifts once a week. Everything else is twice or 3 times a week. Now, the program and the progressive overload works in a very simple way. So on the Monday, you've got 5 reps on squat, bench press and your bent row. On the Wednesday session, you've got the same, but on the deadlift and overhead press. And then the Friday session is the same as a Monday session, but you're increasing the weight slightly and doing 3 reps. And then a lighter set of 8 reps as well. Now, when you come to the next week, you're essentially using the same weight as you did on the Friday, but for 5 reps instead of 3. So for the bench press, the bent row and the squat, after 2 days of recovery, you've got to go back in the gym and lift that same weight again for 5 reps. So you're adding 2 reps from your Friday session. And that's how the progressive overload works. Now the Wednesday session is very simple. It just gets heavier each week because you're only doing that once a week. That's how it works. If we take a look at the squat specifically, let's say your 5 rep max is 120 kilos. Then day 1 of week 1, you'll be lifting 111 for 5 reps. Day 2, which is a lighter day, again the day that I don't do typically when I run Madcow. I just use that energy and time for another lift, another bodybuilding specific movement. Now if you really want to prioritise a squat, then keep it in by all means. I still would say you're probably better off adding in just another leg movement, like a hamstring orientated leg movement on that day. But if you want to run the traditional Madcow, this is what you're going to be doing. That would be 90k for 5, so a nice easy set. You might do a couple of sets at that weight. And then day 3 would be a heavier day, 3 reps at 114, and then an 8 rep set at 83.5. So that's what the weights look like. Now, if we take a look at the spreadsheet here that I've designed for Madcow, we can see that by week 5, you're going to surpass your current 5 rep max. And then by week 9, you'll be 12.5% over your current 5 rep max. So if you eat well and feed yourself nicely and get the recovery in on a program like this, you're going to gain good amount of strength. It's as simple as that. Now, the program is designed to fail. At some point, you will not be able to complete the prescribed reps with the weights asked for. If that's the case, you just reset, plug in your new 5 rep maxes and go again. So it's a step-by-step approach. Let's say you get up to week 7, you've still improved your 5 rep max on those lifts. And then you just take a deload week or reset and then go again. It's as simple as that. So it's a really enjoyable program. I thoroughly enjoy doing it. It's very simple, and that's the kind of program I like, to be honest. I'm going to try and run this for another few weeks and see what happens. As I mentioned, strength's up to more of a moderate level. It's certainly not impressive by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a lot better than what it was when I first started. So I'm just going to keep that going, keep that momentum going. And I'd say that's really important on this kind of program, especially momentum. You have to keep that momentum going. You can't miss sessions. It's not going to go well. It's not going to work well. It's going to screw the next session up. If you have to kind of do back-to-back days, it's going to be very difficult, especially if you're doing day 3 immediately after day 2. That's not a good idea at all, because the deadlift will screw the squat up. If you have to, then you want to put the second day immediately after the first day, but you always want to have a rest between day 2 and day 3, and you always want to have a nice couple of days off between day 3 and the next the first training session of the next week, because that's the important that's where the progressive overload takes place. Obviously the whole program in its entirety is important, but the 3 to 5 reps with more weight on those big 3 movements are kind of crucial. So that's one thing I would say. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm going to leave you with just some more training clips here as I wrap up my week of training. And if you enjoyed the video, then please let me know. If you want to see more, then let me know in the comment section below. Any ideas for future videos? So if you want to, me to kind of talk about what happened in terms of the diet and kind of the food stuff after the show, then I can go into that on a video. But yeah, just let me know. Give me some ideas. Hope you're all keeping well. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.